I arranged the most useful Roblox Bedwars tricks, from level 1 being the simplest, to level 100 being the most advanced tricks in the game. Level 1 features a pretty simple trick with Lassie. Reach the enemy's base and build a wall right here. You gotta have it 2 blocks tall, otherwise, yeah, the trick will fail. Use the lasso and aim it at one of your victims. When you pull them over, they'll hit the wall and fall in the void. Simple but effective, which scores it a 2 for advancedness and 1.5 for difficulty. I'm getting very tired of fall damage, but thankfully, Bedwars added grapple hooks to the shop. A pretty easy trick to negate your fall damage is jumping off the tower and grappling onto the tower, making you take no fall damage. Simple, yet a step up from the last trick. This next trick makes you the king of knockback. When a Crocodile's bed breaks, your knockback increases. By combining this knockback buff with the wizard staff, you can do some crazy knockback with the electricity orb. And it's even better with the fire enchant. As the levels get higher, the tricks get harder. Because next up, we have one of the most iconic tricks in Bedwars, wall hopping, which is used by professional Tower of Hell players, where you jump and flick your screen for a jump boost. Well, by abusing this trick, you can get rid of fall damage. Let's say you are on a tower. By going in first person, jumping back and repeatedly shaking your screen from left to right, you'll take a lot less fall damage. You're welcome. By fireballing and using a jade hammer at the exact same time, you get launched way further. Pretty advanced, yet also pretty easy. People have been saying that a 5-block jump is completely impossible.
Jump and no, that was not possible.
Roblox physics is weird, and we can use these weird physics to do a 5-block jump. But how do we do that? You're gonna want to hold an item, go into climbing position and switch your item, then run sideways. If you time it correctly, you can do a 5-block jump. This trick is pretty advanced, but we're just getting started. Level 30 takes a few steps, but it's completely worth it. Use Trinity and have your teammate be Alchemist. Become the Void Angel by getting free kills. Then get the Execute enchant. Let's go, I got a first try. Then have your teammate drop poison potions. This is the recipe, by the way. If you're ever getting low on health, splash yourself with a poison potion, which may sound ridiculous, but this glitch will instantly heal you, which scores it a 5 for advancedness and 1 for difficulty. By spam switching your items, you can save yourself from falling in the void. Thanks, anti-cheat. You probably played on this map before, but what if I told you can do a 0 iron dodge with Yuzi on this map? First, you dash over here. Then you dash to this waterfall. And wall hop again, and finally dash to the enemy's base. This requires a bit of timing, giving it a higher level. Both are pretty good, but not good enough. This next trick features the most overpowered combo. I bet with 1 arrow, I can kill my friend with 200 health. So basically what I did, I combined the bow with fire and the mass hammer, which breaks your game, multiplying your damage. A simple yet semi-advanced trick. Also thank you DB for the map. You get knocked off the map with 2 balloons, a portable bridge, and a feeling of anxiety. You're slowly falling to your doom, but you still have a portable bridge. Not many people have talked about this, but if you throw it on a platform, you can build a pathway and climb your way up to safety. A pretty advanced trick in my opinion. When using a glider, the glider stops when you collide, but get ready for this. If you glide and press Q at the exact same time, yeah, I don't need to explain, and you can still fly even if you're colliding. And if you have any of these items, you can fly infinitely. Lumen is a pretty OP kit, especially with the ability, but to get that ability, you need to fill up this bar. But there's a way to fill up the bar instantly. A trick you can do is spawn in a helicopter, charge up your sword like this, and jump at the helicopter as you release the sword. And boom, full bar. And if you think the footage was cut, here's a timer proving it to be real. But I wouldn't recommend doing this because the helicopters cost 20 emeralds. Well, that's cool, but what about the Ember kit? Well, just like Lumen, Ember has an OP ability, but it takes a few hits to get it. Well, if your friend is using a drone, walk to the drone and smack it a couple times with your sword. And finally, you'll get the ability without fighting other players. In the penguin mode, the penguins do crazy damage.
At least we have some diamond armor, so we're like in a...
A solid strategy is to buy a bunch of blocks and 2 pearls, build to max height, and throw a pearl to the spectator map. You probably think you're safe, but they can bite your toes off. It's a bit weird how they're building past max height, but welcome to Bedwars. Throw the second pearl, and you'll get TP'd to another layer. All you gotta do is AFK until you win, or until the penguins kill you. But regardless, you'll get tons of XP. You can MLG on a helicopter, but what if I told you can do this from any height? And if you don't believe that, well, there you go. With precise aim, you can use this to MLG from a high place. And it's a pretty insane trick, scoring at a 7 for advancedness and 4.5 for difficulty. In the Pinefall map, you can buy stuff for the wall, but this next trick makes it twice as hard, but twice as cool. You dash towards the shop behind the wall, and you have a split second to buy something. Buy that grapple as quickly as possible, and pull yourself up. This trick takes a lot of memory, making it hard and advanced, something very few could do. Normally, I would have failed this grapple clutch, but you see that drone? As you can see, it's actually possible to grapple on drones, allowing you to travel more distance. Advanced than a hard trick, but practice makes perfect. This map is actually pretty special, because with one telepearl, you can do this trick. It's pretty much free bed breaks. So if you get this map and just watch that clip, do exactly what I did. This next trick is a crazy clutch, invented by Easy JCat 2. I'm gonna let the man himself explain.
So say you have one balloon and you have a cannon and you have no blocks and you just got bowed off of the edge right here and you use your balloon and then you place your cannon and you aim it up and then you launch yourself right out.
This trick is actually harder than it looks. Too slow, but finally I got the hang of it. It's a pretty good way to practice your reflexes, and it can come in clutch, scoring it an 8.5 for advancedness and 7 for difficulty. Instead of having your beehives out on the open, place it next to your gen. So if you stand here, you're collecting the beehive loot and the gen loot at the exact same time. It's pretty much a Monopoly cheat code. You can also stack your beehives to save more space. It's pretty advanced, but it doesn't have a difficulty, because all you do is build. At first glance, it may seem like this guy is using Zephyr Kit, one of the strongest kits in the game, and probably the scariest. Well, if you look closely, you can tell it's obviously fake. But from a long distance, you can easily fool people into thinking it's real, which might scare them away. You can easily get this clothing and more by searching Epic Bedwars clothing in groups. It has an entire store of fake Bedwars clothing, which reminds me of my own store. It has pretty cool accessories and clothing with this cool avatar placed on it, especially the sport bands with amazing health benefits, which you can get by clicking the link in the description. Like, I'm being serious, check it out. When you lasso someone who has a shield out, the lasso will bounce back and pull you towards them. You can use this to travel a long distance. If you perfectly aim it at the shield, you can throw the lasso and get pulled over, but it requires a bit of precision. Another trick discovered by Easy JCat 2, the same guy who discovered the cannon glitch, is basically the dino glide.
The way this clutch works is you build all of your bridges like this, and whenever you get knocked off, just do a dino glide.
If you're using a dino from the Dino Terror kit, go in shift lock, line up with a 2-block tall bridge, and move sideways. If you have above 100 health, it's impossible to die of fall damage. You can abuse this to do a pretty crazy trick. If you're stuck at the top of a tower with lifesteal and a bow, shoot a target. That shot will boost your health past 100, allowing you to fall down safely. It's a pretty meta trick and it saved me many times. Bedwars added a crazy feature called World Edit. Go to one spot and do / pose 1, then go to another spot and do / pose 2. You instantly fill up that area with blocks, which makes building events a lot easier. This trick is pretty modern, which makes it advanced, but as time goes on, the advancedness will go down. Level 100 is the most advanced yet easiest trick so far. Take your finger, mouse, or whatever, and use it to press that subscribe button. I'm giving away 30 kits at 300k, so something will help both of us a ton. And if this gets 20,000 likes, I'll do part 2 and go to level 200, if that's even possible. But for now, that's a wrap.